Hello guys, it's the time it's the time again. It's time to continue the story. After all, I didn't continue this for a while now. Um Let me watch my old videos to see if I can remember it. So 1 second. Where did I last left it off? Oh my, cringe voice, by the way. I don't know why had I had a cringe voice. For a while until I'm gonna read the fanfic and delete it after I think something under what the why was I reading that? I'm literally 12 when that video was made. I'm literally 13 right now. And I'm literally reading a I don't care if basically chapter 6 after that. I Lord. Chapter 6. Know what? I think it's chapter 7. Also, guys, I'm not a furry. I'm not a furry. Know what? Let's see. I'm trying to find what page I left off. Chapter 9, and then it just ends abruptly. It's chapter 9 already. I forgot. Yes, let's go to chapter 8. To be continued in chapter 9. Let's just wait a extra minute for this to end already. What guys? I'll just reread chapter 9, then let's go. Water splashes onto my cheek as I walk into a puddle. There was no interaction between us ever since our argument. Both of us stayed silent as we both walked through the rainy forest together. Rain would fall onto my fur, getting me a little wet. Sa mogus. I bet our trainer is worried sick about us. I just want to go home. My eyes dart over to Vaporeon, hoping she won't notice me. I know this is sort of a strange thing to say, but I sort of enjoy Vaporeon's company. Yes, she's been nothing but a rude jerk to me, but sometimes she's really the only Pokemon that I really interacted with in a very long time. I'm sure deep inside she's not all that mean. Yeah, right. I get interrupted out of my thoughts as soon Vaporeon speaks up. Wait, what's that? She calls out. Across from us is some sort of backpack against a tree. I don't know. She walks towards and picks it up with her mouth. I walk to her and we stare at the bag in confusion. She unzips the bag, revealing a small knitted blanket, some food, and some unused Pokeballs. Maybe someone brought it here and I forgot. God, I gave out a tired yawn. Maybe we should get some rest. The moon is starting to come out, I insisted. She looks at me and can clearly see the tiredness in my eyes. Vaporeon, sure. We both walk towards a big leaf tree, hoping rain won't get us. She takes out the knitted blanket and wraps it around herself. I couldn't help but feel a bit disappointed that I wouldn't be able to have it. I get on wet grass and position myself into a sleeping position. Hey, you wouldn't mind sharing that, would you? It's cold. She turns to me with an interested expression. You have fur, don't you? You'll be okay. Night, she says as she closes her eyes. I give out a disappointing sigh as I slowly close my eyes. I grab the knitted blanket from my book bag to wrap over myself. This feels not really nice. I get into a sleeping position and was about to close my eyes until he speaks. Oh. Hey, well, you wouldn't. I'm not gonna say that word. I give a mental groan as I turn to him. You have fur, don't you? You'll be okay. Night. Those were the last words I said to him before I closed my eyes. Facing the other way. Night, he says. Something dot 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 dot. Something doesn't feel right. I lift up my head to see Leafeon shivering in his sleep. His body shakes from the cold wind blowing against him. I slowly reach a paw to feel his fur. He's really cold. I grab the blanket off me and toss it over him, perfectly wrapping it over his body. His eyes flutter open as he feels it on me. Once he realizes, he turns to me surprised. Leafeon, huh? I look away, trying to hide my blustered blush. Don't think I did that because I felt bad for you, idiot, I say to him. I wish that the copy pass didn't exist. This feels a bit awkward. Even when I'm looking away, I could already tell he has that dumb yet cute smile on his face. That awkward silence is that you can hear only the fan was me being uncomfortable. Also, shout out to Mark. Yeah, Mark Saturday, not Zuckerberg. Saturday. I stare at him in shock as my blush rises. I was about to speak up, but I stop myself as soon as I see him sleeping. He lays his head against my body as he snores slightly. Dork. Lisa. Never mind, I'm not making that joke up. I whisper as I give a small smile. I fall asleep with him, with the somewhat relaxing rain soothing me to sleep. To be continued. The last time I made this video was a while ago, like 11 months ago. My My bright sunshine comes into my face, causing my eyes to flutter open. Soon enough, I awake from my sleep. I gave up a tired yawn as I turn my head over to the right. Leafeon snores gently as he sleeps beside me with the blanket covering him. My eyes stare at him for a couple of seconds after a faint blush on my cheeks. He still stays with me. I say in surprised tone quietly, "Guys, I'm going to play the Among Us music." I'm gonna play Among Us music. He still stays with me, I say in surprise tone quietly. Leafeon shifts around his sleep. He must be waking up. Later, he finally wakes up, revealing his dark amber eyes. Well, I'm gonna play a Friday Night Pumpkin song. You know what? I'm gonna play that song, but it's it's instrumental. Seconds later, he finally wakes up, revealing his dark amber eyes. He lifts up his head and turns to my face. To Words to me, face to face, barely leaving any space between us. I slightly jump a little in surprise. Our faces were so close that it almost looked like we're about to kiss. His amber dark eyes turn into mine as my blush gets a bit deeper. This lasts for a few seconds until he immediately jumps back. Sorry, Vaporeon, I didn't mean to get so close like that. He says, I slowly get up from the ground and turn my head the other way, trying to avoid looking at him. Vaporeon, whatever, it's fine. I say to him, a little flustered yet mad. It's no longer raining. The fresh air fills the area as I look above into the sky. The sun rises as it becomes morning. My thoughts get interrupted after a sudden noise. My stomach rumbles, arching my attention. Haven't ate anything in a while, I tiredly say. I walk towards the bag and open it looking for food. Luckily, I find something inside it quite appetizing. I bite on it and take it out of in my front of me is an omelette. My mouth waters as I stare at it. I open my mouth and was ready to eat it until Leafeon takes. Could I have some? He asks. I look to him, seeing him across me from gazing at it. Please, I roll my eyes at him with a sigh. Whatever here, I tear the omelette up in half and move one half to him with my tail. He walks towards it and sniffs it. Soon he takes a bite of it. This is really good, he says in amazement. I watch him eat his for a couple seconds and then turn back to mine. I lower my head and eat my half. Now, well, no, but I finally finished my food. I lick my paws before stretching once again. Alright, we got our sleep and backpacks. We should move on. No response. Hey, did you not hear me? I pause as I see Leafeon sleeping on a log. I heard him in annoyance. Really, I walk towards him and slap my tail across his face, instantly waking him up. He yells. Good to see you're awake. Let's go. Oh, he gets off the log. Also carry the backpack. He walks towards the bag and picks it up with his mouth. It's surprisingly light, so I shouldn't be a problem for him. Once we both got ready, we continued our journey, but something feels up, almost like someone was watching. You know what? It's probably nothing. Leafeon and I walked through the forest once again, to be continued. It's funny how I read that whole entire story in the tune of fight or flight. Now what, we're gonna still get this music on. We're gonna wait for fight or flight to ping. Geez, it feels like we've been walking for hours and exhausted. I'm out. I turn my head over to Vaporeon. Do you think she's looking for us? I ask worriedly. Don't know. Where do you think she could be? I don't know. She must be really worried. We must been out here for a day, over a day, and could you stop talking please? She scoffs. She stares at me for a couple seconds with an annoyed expression. I look down at the ground, a little ashamed. And we both stay silent until she speaks up. Sorry, it's just there's a lot on my mind. Like what? I curiously, her eyes stare at me directly into mine before she looks away. None of your business. Oh, come on, fine, she says as she rolls her eyes at the corner of my eye. I swear I saw a faint blush on her cheek. Leafeon, how come you always stayed by me? I don't understand. This takes me by surprise. No matter what I've done, it's almost like it always doesn't bother you, and you just act like nothing. She yells as her brush rises a little more. She stops walking and turns her full body to me, staring at me with a confused, angry, flustered face. Why are you so kind? It bothers me that I can't get rid of you. She stares in deeply into my eyes. Well, no matter how mean anyone can be, I always find good in others. I say in a smile. I walk closer to her as a blush already rises on my cheek. Besides, you're not the only Pokemon I really interacted with. And I always see good in you. That's why I always stay no matter what you've done. I look up and stare into her eyes, singing, shining dark violet. Her gaze meets mine as we both stare at each other with a blush on both of our cheeks. We get closer forward as our face were only inches apart now. Besides, you're not only Pokemon I really interacted with, and and I always see good in you. That's why I always stay no matter what you've done. He says it with a smile. This leaves me speechless. I don't know what to say. He walks a bit closer and looks up, staring into my eyes. His dark amber eyes stare into mine, meeting each other's gaze. What are they strange feelings? Why can't I look away? Why is he so attractive? These true thoughts swirl in my head. I can already feel my blush getting deeper. Both of us inch a little closer as my breathing gets faster. We both close our eyes. Suddenly, a thing catches our tension, causing us to split apart. Leafeon, what was that? He calls out. We both turn our heads to the right to see two people walking out of the bushes. I told you we should have brought the book bag with us. He yells. I didn't think anyone would take it. We're out here alone, so who cares? Oh my god, you really need to. He stops as soon as he sees us. Fear grows a little as a sweet bullet rubs down onto my cheek. Look, Pokemon, let's catch them, and they have our bag, he yells. I quickly turn to Leafeon, seeing a frightened face on him. Run, I yelled to him. He picks up the bag with his mouth, and we both start running, to be continued. Leafeon is me. Vaporeon quickly turns to me with a scared look. Vaporeon run, she yells to me. I pick up the bag with my mouth and we both start running. We goes through all of our body. Both of us run as fast as we can to the forest. Leaves scatter everywhere. Wind blows in our face as we run. I turn my head behind to see both of them catching up to us. We need to hide somewhere. She yells. I nod my head in agreement. Come back here, he taunts. Suddenly, at the worst time possible, I accidentally trip on a rock as I run. The bag falls out of my mouth and lands in front of me. Yeah, I yell in a panic. I look behind me to see one of them in front of me holding a Pokeball. He stomps onto my tail, leaving me unable to escape. Don't worry, you'll be great in battle, he yells to me with a smirk. He rises up his arm, holding the Pokeball, aiming it towards me. I squeeze my eyes closed in fear, but before he could even capture me, I hear him yell in fear. What the? I open my eyes to see Vaporeon biting his leg. Baby Vaporeon, I speak in shock. She looks at me with a reassuring look. Run, I'll catch up to you. I stare at her in surprise, but I nod my head and bite onto the bite. My four legs start running as fast as they could. She saved me. She could just left me behind, but she didn't. As minutes got by, I turned my head to see both of them are nowhere to be found. I find myself in a different part of the forest. This area doesn't have much trees than before. Bright green grass flows in the distance. Wow, I speak in amazement, but where's Vaporeon? I anxiously look all around me. She is nowhere in sight. My eyes grow wide in fear. Oh no, please no. I whine suddenly out of nowhere. I hear bushes rumble. I turn my head around to see some sort of small grassy ditch. Curiosity takes over me as I walk towards it hesitantly. To a tiring battle with both of them. I won. They weren't able to catch me. Let's just say they have a lot of bruises on them. Now what, I'm gonna play the real fight or flight now. After a tiring battle with both of them, I won. They weren't able to catch me. Let's just say that I have a lot of bruises on them. I continue running through the forest looking for Leafeon. Leafeon, where are you? I yell out. There's no response, only the sounds of leaves being blown by the wind. You idiot, where did you go? I yell once again. Nothing. This leaves me a little worried. Where is he? He couldn't have gone far, did he? Leafeon, I'm here. Listen to my sound. I yell desperately. Before I could say anything, I suddenly trip. My body goes through some bushes. I land into some sort of ditch where... Thankfully, the flowers soften my fall. Where am I? Suddenly, I hear some footsteps. I get in attack position. Wait a minute. Huh? Leafeon stares at me far from above with a surprised face. Eon, Vaporeon, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I jump up from the ditch and I land next to Leafeon. I'm glad you're okay. I look away trying to hide my blush from him. Worry about yourself. He gives me a smile. Wait, what about those two guys? I was able to get them. Don't worry about it. That's so good. We should be keep going. Yeah, let's go. As we both finally cut our breath, we continue our journey together. Together. 2 hours has gone by ever since our problem with those two guys, but Vaporeon and I continue walking. I decide to put the bag on my back to make it easier. The sun shines bright everywhere. The wind gently blows against my fur as I breathe in the fresh air. I look over to Vaporeon, hoping not to get her to notice, even if she's a little taller than me. She's really unique up close. Her smooth blue skin and her dark violet eyes. Even a blush soon rises up on my cheek. Do I? My thoughts immediately get interrupted as her eyes hover over to me. I quickly turn my head, a little embarrassed. She begins to speak. I'm getting a bit hungry right now. Mind handing me the book bag, she asks me. This question gets me a little nervous. What did you say? Book bag. Well, you see. Oh, just give it here, idiot. She takes a bag with her paw and opens her explosion. Slowly turns into an upset expression. Her expression. Her expression. Oh, God, did you drop it out? Show the game over screen, so I have to do that. Where all the food. A sweat bullet drops down onto my face. Well, you could say that I stutter. She turns her head to me with an angry expression. Leafeon, where is our food? She demands. I look away with an embarrassed face. I ate it all on our way. I was really hungry and I pause at my sentence as she stomps and stares at me. You what? She yells aggressively. Aggressively. She hovers over me as she basically stares into my soul. It's all gone sorry. I can see her getting angrier by the second. Why? That's all we had to survive out of here. I mean, we could probably find some berries. We've been out here for 2 days and I haven't seen a single berry bush here. I never saw her this mad before. And now thanks to you, we might be just starved. Why did I even bother saving you? What all you do is just annoy me every single. You ate all of our food and just give out a little sorry and you are just a pathetic, stupid little pathetic grass type and a tear falls out of my eye as I stare at her in shock. She blinks and steps back in a little realization. Wait. And now thanks to you. His watered eyes stare at me in sadness. I take a step back in realization. Well, wait, he interrupts me. Fine, if that's how you really feel about me, then you could just said it. He turns around, Leafy. I thought there was a good in everyone, I guess not. But if I really know you every second, then I leave. You alone, tears drop onto the grass before I could even say anything. He immediately runs, Leafeon, I yell. This is the fastest I've ever seen him run. After a blink, he's immediately gone. Sorry, guys. Guilt swells up in my body as I stand there with no please. Anger soon grows inside me. Damn it, Vaporeon, why did you even say all of those things? I yell at myself aggressively. Now I'm all alone. The area stays dead, silent, nothing but strong wind blowing in the distance. I deserve this. I should have treated him with care ever since he showed up. Tears begin to drip out of my eyes. I had time to fix everything, but I didn't. I just made his experience with us terrible, and now he's gone. I regret this. I can't go home without him. I need to find him. I grab the book bag and throw it over my back. I immediately take this chance to make up everything. My four legs start to run to him, to the direction where I last saw him. Guys, it's time to not sing fight or flight. We'll read this casually now. What the hell? That's my old Discord profile picture. Anyways, at least my YouTube profile picture is still safe. Somehow. I can't stop thinking about him. Leafeon is out there. You know what? I'm gonna play Triple Trouble. I can't stop thinking about him. Leafeon is out there somewhere all alone, all because of me. He probably got captured by those small guys, or maybe even worse. I shake my head trying not to think negative. Where did he go? I've been searching for him hours and I can't find a single trace of him. Leafeon, where are you? I yelled out. I looked above to see the sun is going to down as the sky turns black blue. My heart sinks even more. But before look, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't mean it. I continue running through the forest, looking left and right. I hope of seeing of him nothing but grass and trees fill my sight. I slow down my speed. I feel terrible. This is all my fault. So I walk towards a puddle and stare at it sadly. Leafeon, I'm sorry. I beg you out quietly. Suddenly, footsteps are heard behind me. Wait, could it be? Excitedly, I turn my whole body around me, and I only fear grow inside of me. Who are you? I yell out at the giant Pokemon. The Hydreigon appears in front of me, giving me a death smirk. Hello, hello there. What you doing in this forest? His raspy voice calls out to me. I stand there silent. What the hell are you planning? What are you talking about? I only wanted to meet a friend. He takes another step forward to me. I turn around, but he bites me down my tail and throws me to the tree. If I groan in pain, he gives me out a wicked laugh as he walks through closer. Don't run away. So I only wanted to have a lot of fun here. He immediately runs to me, opening his mouth to bite onto me. I close my eyes in fear as I back up. Wait, is that the last word I say before I hear him yelp in pain? Wait, what? I open my eyes to Vaporeon. Leafeon? I see him battling with the Hydreigon across from me. He looks at me. I know you don't want to see me right now, but I don't want you to get hurt. The sentence he says leaves me shocked. Even when I made him cry, he still cares about. He cares. Before I could speak, the Hydreigon bites onto him, sinking his teeth. He screams in pain. Blood drips onto fear. Ground. I stand there in complete fear. No! I quickly shuffle into the bag and pick out a Pokeball. I hold it in my hand as I turn my head over to the Hydreigon. He looks over to me with a cruel expression, only for it to grow in fear. You will fucking regret that. I immediately toss a Pokeball towards him. Well, it's the only thing that comes out of his mouth before getting captured. The Pokemon falls onto the ground. It gives out a noise, meaning that he has been captured. I inevitably see him bleeding out pretty badly. No, Leafeon, I'm sorry, so stay with me, okay? I beg. He slowly moves in his Vaporeon. I don't think you're not gonna die. Stay with me. I'm going to help you. I cling onto him and hug him tightly. His blood slightly smears against to my body, but I don't care. You should just left me to die. That way you wouldn't have gotten her tears fall out of my eyes. I'm sorry I said those things earlier. I meant to it. I get interrupted. I flinch a little surprise as I soon a fear of lips attached onto my Leafeon kisses me softly. Blushes appear on both of our cheeks. I melt into the kiss, kissing him back. I hug him tightly as tears continue falling out. We soon separate. Don't think it's okay. He speaks out. I stare at him in surprise. I love this. Or only ha 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 ha. Words I hear him say. He ha 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 ha. He lowers his eyelids, revealing a darkish shade of amber in his eyes with a clever shiny color. Ha ha. Leafeon, no response. Leafeon, I yell, haha. He doesn't reply. No, no, please, Leafeon, please. I cry like a waterfall holding his body. Sounds of sobbing fills the forest out of the nowhere. Pushes rustling are heard behind me. I turn my head around to see my trainer. Vaporeon, why there you are? Where have you been? She immediately runs over to me and gets on her knees. Where's Lee? She calls as she sees Leafeon. Her eyes grow wide in fear. Oh no, I stare at her in sadness as I sob. She reaches out a hand to him and feels his wrist. She gives out a surprise grasp. Vaporeon. She turns to me. He still has a pulse. Yeah. After a few hours, we found out way home. I grab onto the doorknob and immediately swing open the door. No, door. I look down to see Leafeon on top of Vaporeon's back. All I can see on her face is just fear and guilt. Vaporeon, don't worry, he's going to be fine. I reassured her. I bent down on me and slowly pick up Leafeon of her. We walk inside the doors and I gather my medical tools, bandages, and and we walk inside the house and I get my medical tools, bandages, disinfectants, items, etc. I lay Leafeon gently down on my eyes. I clean up the blood. You don't know how I'm worried I was. It was about you too. I've been searching for you all day and night. I speak out as I give it outside. The sounds of sleeping fills the room. I immediately turn my head over to Vaporeon to see her crying. Oh no, Vaporeon, what's wrong? She lowers her head down and sobs into the room. Tears falls out of her eyes and onto the floor. Vaporeon, it's okay. Everything is going to be fine. I promise. She looks above to me, then to Leafeon. About you go in the other room and I let you know when he's ready. Vaporeon nods her head once again as she walks onto of the room. Geez, I never saw this before. I grab the medical tools and start patching him up. My brain nearly. Yes, I have no other choice. I walk out of the room, leaving both of them there. I hope he'll be okay. Know what? Let's play the four-way fracture, but it's a slight brush rises on my cheek as I remember his adorable smile. My blush raises up further, giving out a crimson shade. His last words from me fling back to my memory. I lay down onto my trainer's bed and I get in a sleeping position. I like him, I say to myself. My eyes slowly close as I see myself falling onto my sleep. My vision is blurry. I slowly get up from the couch only to wince in pain as I fall back down. Baby, Vaporeon, I call out soon enough my vision gets a bit clearer as I realize where I am. I'm back inside the house where I was the warmth of the cozy home comforts me. A female voice calls out to me, Wagner, baby, you're awake. I turn my head, my eyes grow inside in surprise. I'm so glad that you're alright. She reaches her hand out to me and pets me. A prayer comes from me. I couldn't help it. It's best if you rest your wounds have bandages on them, so take it easy. I know that her in agreement. She walks off into another room, leaving me alone here. But wait, where's Vaporeon? Is she okay? Is she here? My thoughts get interrupted as I see her tail move by Vaporeon. She turns to my head, her eyes grow wide as open as she stares at me. Yeah, a blush grows onto my face. Leafeon, she yells out. She immediately runs towards me and pounces onto me, hugging me. I say in surprise, I'm so glad to see you're back. I hug her back. She hugs me even tighter. Leafeon, I'm so sorry. I've been so rude to you. It's okay, I reassure her. No, it's not okay, I regret it. All the truth is, she lets go of me and looks away with an embarrassed impression. I was just jealous. I was angry that my trainer focused attention on someone else but me. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna sing it with the beat finale. With the beat of finale. I didn't even listen to this so far. This is I barely even listened to this thing. I was just jealous. I was angry at my trainer focused attention on someone else but me. She squeezes her eyes closed as her blush gets deeper. And when you came here, I wasn't used into another Pokemon saying here I was selfish. I wanted all the attention from her and she pauses herself as she looks back to me. At me, staring deeply into my eyes. Leafeon, can you ever really forgive me? She really says in a bit of confused tone. Of course, why wouldn't I? Say to her as a blush grows on my cheeks. We both lock eyes with each other, leaving be nothing to but blush on both of our faces. Our bodies inch closer, and I can hear her breathing in her chest as she closes her eyes. I close my eyes as well, knowing what's going to happen. And I kiss, not just any kiss, but a soft, passionate kiss. Her body inches closer to me. I wrap my arm around her. The warmth of Vaporeon's body coats me. Both of us kiss for a minute, enjoying each other's company. Soon, both of us separate. We let go and stare at each other. I love you. I love you too. She hugs me tightly. Once again, I hug her back. You know what? I'm gonna play the Triple Trouble again. But the final part of Triple Trouble. She hugs me tightly once again. I hug her back. We soon fall asleep, holding each other in our arms. The end, it hugs me tightly once again. I hug her back. We soon fall asleep, holding each other in our arms. Anyways, that's the whole entire story. Goodbye.